Menstruation brings some of the most dreaded days in a woman's routine. While some are likely to breeze through them with much ease, others may experience severe abdominal pain, cramps, lower back pain, nausea, and vomiting, among many other symptoms. The scientific term for period pain is dysmenorrhea. Most women opt for medication to tackle the pain, others choose to stay in with some comforting food and a hot water bottle. Statistics: 80% of women experience period pains. 50% of these women seek medical treatment. In the UK, 1 in 5 women experience period pains so severe it interferes with their daily routine. 51% of women reported that their activities were limited during menstruation as a result of period pains, and 17% of them reported missing school or work. Why should period leave be a thing? The medication that is sometimes given to women for period pains is unhelpful. Giving women period leave is a practical realization of bringing women's experiences into the center of work culture and tailoring it to meet the lives and needs of half of its workforce. Allowing workers time off can actually make them more productive. It is about synchronizing work with the natural skills of the body. The tradition of period leave started in Japan just after World War II, where according to the 1947 Labor Standards Law, any woman who has painful periods or who has a job which might intensify the period pains were allowed physiological leave. Meanwhile, in Taiwan, menstrual leave legislation was amended as recently as 2013. It guarantees women 3 days of menstrual leave a year. Indonesian women are allowed 2 days in a month for menstrual leave, and South Korean workers and students are entitled to take days off when they've got their period as sick leave. Nike also included menstrual leave in their Code of Conduct in 2007. And the Australian Manufacturing Workers Union started a campaign for the menstrual leave for female employees at Toyota. The union asked for 12 paid days of menstrual leave for a woman per year. In the past, any proposal to allow women to have time off during their cycle has been seen as getting special treatment. But let's face it, if it were men who had periods, then this policy would have been brought in sooner. Arguments. Argument 1. If laws can be passed that give women maternity leave, why can't women get period leave and be paid? This means that menstrual leave is something that can be incorporated into the workplace. Argument 2. In Gloria Steinem's article, she imagines how, if men menstruated, we live in a world where menstruation would be a sign of men's strength, and our lack of monthly blood loss as a sign of our weakness and inability to withstand pain. Patriarchy at its best. Argument 3. Some people argue that period leave policy discriminates because it reiterates that women are weaker than men. This argument is not entirely true because if both men and women had their periods, and only women were given period leave, then that would be understandable, but that's obviously not the case. However, the period policy has a potential of being a double-edged sword. In our culture, women on their period are often treated as though they're psychologically unstable. If people could only understand period leave as something that is used to manage physical pain, and that the actions of the women who choose to use the period leave would not be subjected to heightened criticism. Let's not forget when Donald Trump infamously accused Fox News anchor Megyn Kelly of having blood coming out of her whatever after she was asking him some tough questions during a Republican presidential debate. However, while there are few policies granting women a relief from work while dealing with what can be a painful physical issue, there's still a long way to go. It would seem as if many other companies and countries should accept at long last that women do in fact bleed red each month, which means nothing more than our bodies are working. But still, somewhere in between a young woman's first period and an older woman's last one, there's a figurative stain projected on women who menstruate, with tweets such as, "If women can now get paid leave for period pain, then men should be able to get paid leave for blue balls, #period policy." Now, isn't that something just to eye roll about? It's actually just another piece of misogyny that feeds into the idea that women are a lesser sex, inflicted with a curse that makes them weak. It would seem that the people, specifically the men, in power positions who believe that periods somehow make women weak, would do well to have period pain and labor simulated on them, and then we could talk.